Alright, welcome to Taste of Flavorful Culture. And today we're doing some stewed pork chops. It's gonna be roughly about 45 minutes cook time. I got 6 pieces of chops right here. And you can go in with any kind of pork chop that you want. I always prefer anything with bone in because of course everybody loves to suck on the bone and it has more flavor in it. Alright, we're gonna go in there and season up these pork chops. For that, I'm gonna go ahead and mix up my seasonings, okay? I got some onion powder. I'm going in with a teaspoon, or actually make it 2 teaspoons of onion powder. And later on, 9 out of 10, I will go in with some more a little later because I do like the taste of onion powder. It gives a lot of flavor. We're going in with smoked paprika. Going in with a tablespoon. Sorry, a teaspoon. We're going in with some powdered ginger. You know, you got pork, so you gotta add a little bit of ginger to help the stomach a little bit, okay? Going in with a half of a teaspoon of garlic powder. I'm going in with a teaspoon. I have some black pepper. Going in with a little less than a teaspoon. Going in with some garlic and herbs. That's a teaspoon and 3/4. Going in with some seasoned salt. And you can go in wherever seasoned salt as you want. That's about a teaspoon. Going in with a little bit of pork seasoning. That's roughly half a teaspoon. And I'm gonna mix this bad boy up. Making a mess while I'm doing it too, huh? You want to incorporate everything together. Get a nice even mix. That mix going on. Got my glove. I'm going to season up these pork chops. Going in with a little bit of also Miss Maggie. Maggi pollo. And going in with a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. That's about 2 tablespoons. I'm gonna go ahead and season this bad boy up, okay? Season both sides. Now you gotta remember, if you go put in the Maggi Pollo also has in some salt. So you gotta kind of be careful with that. I don't use a lot of salt, so you might look I'm dumping a bunch of seasoning on here. I am, but the salt content is right where it needs to be. I do this on a regular, so basically my measurements are already locked away in my head. Alright, I'm gonna let this sit for a few minutes, maybe 30 minutes or so, back in the refrigerator, and then we're gonna start browning them up. You'll be back. Alright, off camera I forgot some stuff, so I went in with 2 packets of Sazón Goya, and I also went in with some complete seasoning. What I did, I have my pan here coming up to temp. So a few cups of, a few tablespoons of high temp oil. Whatever oil you want to use, you can. I suggest you do not use olive oil. Got my little chopstick, and it's starting to bubble. You can use a little pot, one of those, anything, a wooden spoon or whatever. But use a wooden handle, and what it does, it start bubbling up when the bad boy is ready to cook. Don't want to crowd your pan. You're not trying to cook them. You're just trying to get them to a nice golden color. Just a little browning. Just a little brown. Shouldn't even say golden. Just a brown. Like I said, you're not trying to cook them. You're just trying to get a little color. Just trying to get a little color on them. See that one? Just a little color. Alright, we're taking these bad boys out. Going in with the last set. And everything that's on the bottom of this pan is going to be used in your gravy, okay? So just be gentle with it. Don't, don't have it on no high flame and burn up all this stuff. because you really and truly want that in your gravy, because that's all the flavor, all the seasoning and everything, okay? All you're doing is taking these out, put them on the side, because they're going right back in a few minutes. Normally I would use either my cast iron skillet or I would use one of my Dutchies, but today I am not 100%, so I won't have the energy to, you know, re-season pots. Every time I use them, I re-season them and put them back in the oven and have them bake. So I'll be back in a few minutes after I've taken these last set out, and then we're gonna go to town. Alright, we're getting these last two pieces out of here, and we're going to town. All that stuff that's on the bottom, all that is going to be used right now. Alright, with all that stuff down there, this is what we're going in with. Alright, I got one whole onion, I got one whole bell pepper, I got a few sprigs of thyme, and I also have some green onions. If you also have some tomatoes, you can also go in with it. Alright? I got a little bit of tomato paste. Got about a little bit of tomato paste. Get that bad boy in there. Work it around the pot. I'm just trying to get what I have on this spoon now. In the meanwhile, I'm just kind of rubbing. Try not to go too hard or too deep. Alright, now I'm going to go in with everything that I have. Got the onions, the peppers, the thyme, everything. I also have some pimento seeds. I'm going in with a couple. That's about it. Crank this up a little bit, medium heat. The container that I seasoned the pork in, I still got the droppings in there. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of water. That's roughly about a cup. Take this up. Meanwhile, I'm going around the bottom and everything that's down there, trying to pick it up. Even though while it's going to be cooking, it's going to be picking it up, but I just want to make sure I want to make sure that it's coming up. Okay. While that's coming up, still got a little bit of tomato on my spoon. All right, that little bit of seasoning that was left over, going in with it. At the end, if you want to go in with some cornstarch to thicken it up, that's up to you. So I got my thyme, I got everything going. Turn this down a little bit. Now we're going in with the chops. Turn this down a little more. Don't want it to splatter everywhere. Then with the last one. And everything that's on the plate goes into the pot. Turn this bad boy all the way down to low. Put the top on. And just let it simmer. Try to soak these in a little bit. And that's another way you make brown gravy without all the browning and having to brown the sugar and all of that. Use all the remnants for the bottom of the pot. It'll turn everything nice and brown and it'll add a whole lot of flavor. Come back and check this in a few minutes. Alright, we still here on a slow simmer. I want my pork chops to the point where I don't want them falling apart, but I want them nice and extra tender. Whereas when you put that bone in your mouth, a whole bad boy, if you give it a good hollop, it comes right off of the bone. They're not tough. They are not the same size. You gotta find you a good butcher for that, you know. Everybody don't care. This is where you can go in and check and make sure everything is good. Alright, that's good for me. Tastes pretty good. It's still on, but it's on a real low simmer. So I'm gonna let it go for a few more minutes, and then we'll be back for our last taste test. Alright, we come to the end of another meal. Got that nice gravy, nice tender pork chop, You got your onions and everything in here. They cook down, but it adds so much flavor to the pork chop. I'm about to eat this bad boy with some rice. You can eat it with some macaroni and cheese. Eat whatever you want to eat it with. Look at that gravy. It's not thick. If you want it thicker than that, you can take a little bit of cornstarch and you can thicken it up, cornstarch and water. But this is fine for me. That is nice. Delicious. Good flavor, good balance. That's what it looked like. Alright guys, go ahead and try this recipe. Share, subscribe, like, comment. Let me know how you liked it. Let me know if you tried it or somebody else in your household tried it, or friends or family, whatever. Leave a comment. Let me know how it turned out for you. You just gotta, when you get to the end, close to the end, you go ahead, you taste it, make sure that the flavors are balanced enough for you. Add whatever you want to it, to, you know, a little more onion powder, a little more garlic powder. It's up to you. Whatever you want to add to it to get it to the balance that you want. For me, it is perfect. I'm about to tear down this bad boy. Alright y'all, have a good day. Enjoy. See you in the next video.